Good evening and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen, and tonight I am going to share a few things for the mini kit that I'm building and share the two layouts that I have for tonight. So this, if you couldn't determine by just what you see here, these are the pictures that I printed from 2021's 4th of July picnic at my in-laws. And this is a lot of pictures for one day. And they range from food to, we had a big blow-up ride, or not ride, but a slide. Get that together. And I took some, kind of fancy pictures. They played volleyball and cornhole. I've got pictures of my niece, pictures of my kiddos, pictures of our newest addition, pictures of the food, and of course, the fireworks. So I think when all is said and done, that there's probably going to be 20 to 25 layouts. So that's why I said it's going to be like a mini kit. And I am the type who will pull from my stash, even if it's, I use my kit, but I also pull from all of my things. I'm not going to limit myself in that aspect. However, there are certain things in this pile that I want to get used up. So I'm just going to go through some of it real quick, and the stuff that I will definitely want to get used up, I will point out. I do have a lot of patriotic things. My husband has been in the military for a long time, and I am in the midst of documenting his 3 deployments and his 15 years of service. So I'm not anticipating using all of my patriotic things up because of that, but I wanted to pull some papers and some stickers and embellishments and stuff that I felt like would be useful. The whole 25 pages or whatever is not going to be all red, white, and blue. The slide is like multicolored. I've got a lot of like watermelon layouts that I want to do, and so that's going to be like pinks and greens. So I do want to have pages like the firework pages and stuff that'll be more patriotic, but not like the whole layout set. So that's why there's some more colors brought in. So I do have a few sticker sheets. I specifically want to make sure I use this one, and of course this one, but I may not use the others. They may stay in here for my husband's book. Then let's see, that's the Pebbles. And then these are Karen Foster designs, and I'd love to use some of these, but again, these are things that I'm okay not using all up. All these firework ones I definitely want to use, because I've got a lot of pictures, some of them that turned out so good. So these I definitely want to get used up. The rest of it is not necessary. And these are older, and I have 2 of them. They came from the dollar store, probably in 2013, maybe even earlier than that. I do want to use as much of these as possible because I've had them so long, and while I definitely can use them in my husband's book, like borders and letters, the watermelon and the fireworks and stuff like that, I definitely want to get used up. This picnic kind of stuff. We didn't officially have a picnic where you go sit on a blanket, but I feel like this kind of stuff can still be a good embellishment for a like for the food pages and stuff like that. So I would love to get all of this middle bit used up on at least one, if not both of these. I should be able to use all the fireworks stuff. So there is that. I gotta find a place to set it all because I got stuff everywhere. Okay, now this is what I'm saying. I am not necessarily sticking with a red, white, and blue theme because I have this happiness kit that I got at Hobby Lobby. And it has a lot of really neat you go girl kind of vibes. And there's some pictures in here of like my niece trying on my daughter's shoes and some other things like that, where I felt like these kinds of things would come in handy. I am not trying to utilize this entire kit, but I did want to pull some of these things in here. So I love, and these papers right here would be perfect for the slide because the slide's got bunches of colors like that. So there is that. I guess we're going to work over here. Last time I built a stack over there, it all fell over. Okay, these are 2 sheets of paper that are left from my Disney papers, and I felt like these would be, I could definitely use these for these layouts. And then this one is one I definitely want to use as well. Like I said, I've got plenty of this, and there's some more back here, but this is one that I bought specifically for the 4th of July. Lots of time in the grass. I felt like this would be a good one. This is from Recollections. This one is Kismet Glitz Designs. Now, this paper right here is Sunshine and Good Times by Amy Tangerine. And the back is this green with this little strip of bees, and then this watermelon. I got this at Tuesday morning, and it was in a kit of 25 sheets. So I have watermelon for days. So I specifically took the pictures, a lot of watermelon pictures, because I wanted to be able to use this paper. It's beautiful, and the backside is super usable. That has nothing to do with watermelons, and so that's been super beneficial. But I really wanted to use this because I love this paper, and I don't eat watermelon by normal, but like today at work, they brought breakfast and we had watermelon. I took a selfie eating watermelon so I can use more of this paper. I'm not joking. Okay, so here is my patriotic, and when I say some of, I mean some of. I have an entire iris kit full of different military and patriotic papers, specifically about the Army and other things. So I have been acquiring, purchasing, finding. Oh, nope, I don't want that one. That must have slipped in there. So yeah. So these are some of the papers that I have pulled. This one is like, well, it's shiny first of all. And, well, you can see it. It's, well, maybe you can see, I don't know. I've trimmed the top of this off, so I couldn't tell you who created it, but it's super cool. And then, I think this one's Paper Studios. Oh, this is double-sided, so this must have come in a kit. Probably with this one, because this is also double-sided. Oh, you know what? I see where I pulled a strip off of these. Probably wouldn't fit in something I was putting them in. This one is Paper Pizzazz. Oh, look at that. This one is also really cool. And this is by K & Company. And this one is Paper Pizzazz. And this one I love. If I don't use it for the 4th of July, I will definitely use this for my husband's book. It is perforated, like embossed. So the stars are coming out on the back. And it's vellum. I almost said vinyl. It's vellum. I just love this paper. I just have to figure out the right way to use it because you can see through it, obviously. Let's see. This one is Around the Block. Bread Spirit. This one is by Paper House Productions. Patriot Stamp. Thought that one was really cool looking. So these are the ones that I've pulled. I have more that I could definitely pull out if I am in need, but those are the ones I felt like I was going to want to use the most. So that is my paper. And of course, solids and other things I will be pulling too. I pulled this out. This is the Beach House 2. And that may seem odd, but it has like the red and white stripes. There's wood grain. And I really love this white wood grain. So there are quite a few. Obviously, I'm not using seahorses and octopus. But like this is like a red, white, and blue. There's like a red and white stripe. I love this wood grain for red, white, and blue. This blue and white stripe is a good one too. So there's lots of red and white in here, and blue, things that I feel like would really work well with this, these pages and everything. So that's why I went ahead and pulled this one by Paper Studios. And then, okay, I'm going to leave that there because if I set it somewhere, it's going to make a big old funk. So I have food pictures of us, you know, like the burgers and the hot dogs and stuff. So I figured I'd find a way to use some of the 9 million of these Miss Grossman stickers with food. I pulled all of my watermelon stickers. Anything that had watermelons on it, I'm going to try and use as many of them because, like I said, we don't do a whole lot of watermelons. And I have a ton of them. We've got some cupcakes, and then these are like summertime grilling. These have little fireworks and stuff on them. I probably will use this because this will incorporate almost everything that we had. So, and I've had this for a while. More watermelons. Here's another old-fashioned picnic. So it had little phrases and words on here I thought would be cool. That might come in handy. And then there was a couple of drinks involved. And then these are my Creative Memories ones that I found that would be fitting. And I totally could add these in there somewhere. And then this one, if nothing else, I would use this Games This Way because, like I said, there's a volleyball page. And there will be a page or 2 or 3 of cornhole. My husband's not ever really played cornhole, so it was very entertaining to watch him play with his drunk cousin. So, these are some scraps that I pulled. These are actually from Disney, and I have a few more that I need to pull that are fireworks. I figured these would be perfect. And then this is just a little scrap piece of paper from some firework paper. When I first got my stickles, I decided that I would see how they work and how, like, you know, how much I had to squeeze and things like that. So I just decided to make this, and I thought maybe I could use this in my book. I have this watermelon washi tape that I figured I could use some of. And then this is that watermelon paper from Amy Tangerine. And this is a tutorial that I got from scrapbookingwitannemarie.com. And so I made an extra one with this paper because I had so much of it. If I jacked it up, then it would be okay. And it turned out so neat. I made another page for with the same tutorial, but I'd kept this one with the 4th of July in mind. So there is all of that. And then these stickers. And then, if that's not enough stickering, I gotta be careful because I'm knocking things down. This is a crop and style, and I have word phrases which will come in handy. Tons of American flags, hearts with American flags, pies that are shaped like American, that have American flags. I have whatever your heart could desire for patriotic stuff. It is in this thing. I want to use these for sure. I want to use those. Anything fireworks I want to use. I've got tons and tons of pictures that I took. Some of them came out so cool. I think I've already said that. The patriotic stuff, I definitely want to try and use quite a bit of it because I have a lot. I have these foam stars that I've had forever, and they just get put in here, and I forget that I have them because, well, I just got too much stuff. So, anything military, I'm not going to worry about, but I may use some, you know, with pictures of my husband, because I do have some pictures of my husband. But like anything that says 4th of July, I think I'm caught up with a lot of my 4th of July scrapbooking, so I don't want to wait. I think this is police and military. Yeah. See, I put it all together. And then Father's Day stuff, just because, well, because my husband is in the military, so it all kind of blends together. So I think all of that, yeah, is fine. So, but I have all these really neat things that I would love to get used. So that is the plan, is to really put a dent in this folder. Because other than 4th of July and patriotic kind of things, I have just these few little pockets that have like St. Patrick's Day and Easter in them. So there is the other thing I definitely want to use up, or use a lot of. And I'm going to move all of this out of the way and share my 2 layouts for tonight. And hopefully I can get those 25 layouts. Okay. So this is day 10 of 30 days of sketches. And let me see if I can find the sketch. I'm not as prepared as I would like to be, guys. Sorry. Okay, so day 10 is, not that you can't see these because you've already seen them. I'm just trying to block it off so you can actually see what I'm pointing at. This is day 10. And it has lots of borders, strips, a picture, circly bit, and lots of little strips in there. And the prompt, well, there's the rest of it. The prompt for this one is 6x6 paper pads. So I used a 6x6 paper pad that has gone missing in my stash, which is lovely, from Hobby Lobby. And so it's Paper Studios, and it was something about birthdays. And so all of these papers are from that 6x6 paper pad. And any of them that extend, I just cut 2 pieces and connected them, or, you know, had them kind of come out in the same place back here. I'm having a rough night, guys. It's late. So this back piece of paper that I matted it on is actually from Recollections. Eat Cake Day, I think is, or Happy Cake Day is what it's called. And I used this paper and then the border strips up here. This one and this one with the little people on it all came from that. Other than that, everything came from a 6x6 paper pad from Paper Studios. And then these 3 little circles are from Keller's Creation. I popped those up on foam dots so it would give a little texture. And I just added little bits of confetti all around, just to give the concept of the page, to bring it all together, because this is my nephew's birthday party, which is the title of the page. And this is just him and my daughter and my son giving each other big hugs when I first saw each other. It had been a little while. And so I just put some Tim Holtz phrases on here that fit the atmosphere. And then I used my Mermaid Lagoon and did some, tapped some colors on here. I covered my picture so that the ink could get in just a few places here and up here in the corner. And then, of course, I put it all on a craft paper cardstock that I trimmed down 1 inch on the top, so I could make a 1/2 inch each way, and a 1/2 an inch on the side, so it was a 1/4 inch on either side. I really wanted the party hats to be seen, so I thought if the top of the party hat was seen here and then the bottom down here would be great. So that is my 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life and Scraptember with Laura Alberts and the Scrappy Sisters. And day 11 has been recorded and will post tomorrow, which really officially is today because, oh, it's 1:15. My Fitbit is 15 minutes off. That's why I really can't tell time. And this is the other page I did. This is my design team sketch for scrapbookingwithanemarie.com. And the sketch pretty much looks exactly like this. I followed the amount of paper strips, the circles where they are, the picture I moved a smidge, but other than that, I pretty much followed the sketch to a T, which is impressive because I don't normally do that. So the circly bits, instead of using paper, I used Wilted Violet and the Mermaid Lagoon Distress Oxides. I have some circles that I have cut out before, and so I created a little stencil for myself that has the circle here and then a circle. I flipped it and put it here and just sprayed it until it was pretty saturated. I wanted it to be more solid than some, if you sometimes spray the Distress Oxides, it's not, it's speckles, which is, good. That's what I wanted. And I wanted you to be able to see the polka dots from the paper in behind here, but I didn't want it to be, I wanted it to be full and filled in. So, and then I just took 3 different kinds of paper from that same, Happy Cake Day or Eat Cake Day. I can't remember. It's from Recollections. Oh, I have it right here. No, I don't. It's on my birthday pile. Whew, sorry, guys. I'm super scattered. So I took 3 different papers. I cut a 2 inches, 2 strips for 2 inches of all of them, but this blue one. And then I cut it down to, I believe, 9 inches. So it's a 2x9 strip. And then I altered them pretty much based on how the sketch looks. And then I matted my picture on purple, and then I just put some embellishments on here. I had these 3 little tickets, and there's 3 of them on the ride, so I thought that was perfect, and I popped that up on foam. And then I had this Fun Times little card, and then another card that said It's the Little Things, and I cut a piece of this off. It was like a tag. I cut a piece of that off and then put it behind there. And this is from Recollections. It's a birthday or I think it's like I had it sitting over here. And of course, oh, here it is. It's just die cuts memory explosion box. But, I'm just using it for ephemera and decorating my pages. And then I used these hearts, came from an American Crafts thicker set. And that is, oh, and this up here also came from the same little kit, and then this little tag. And this is the last thing they did that night, so I just wrote Into the Night, but the Wave Rider is the name of the ride. This is a picture that I took of the tide of the sign, and so I just fussy cut around it. And that is it. I made some little journaling down here, and that was it. So those are my 2 pages for tonight. And I'm sorry if this is wordy, really long. I'm hoping that tomorrow I'm going to get started on the 4th of July. I am finished with the birthday pages. So these pages right here, you're going to be seeing lots of watermelons and crazy things because my family is nuts. So please don't judge me on my cuckoo family because, well, I'm just as cuckoo as they are. So, anyway, so I hope that you all have a wonderful evening, and tomorrow I will be back. I'll have another video tomorrow for day 11 for the 30 Days of Sketches, and I will also have my nightly share, And I may do another process video during the day with some of the 4th of July pictures. I don't know. We'll see how tomorrow goes. I don't have any plans other than to get together with my family for a little while. So that is what I've got. So have a wonderful evening and a great weekend. And I hope you get a chance to do something you love with someone you love. Happy scrapping.